Hello and welcome, my name's Steve Woody and in this video we're going to be covering Big Time. Now I'm not going to focus on the economy or the crypto aspect of this game, you've no doubt seen social media and all the hype around that. In this video I'm going to cover the free to play element, so if you're coming into this game with zero money, no financial investment and you want to get started, this is the video for you. Now if you're going to go into the economy side of it, you still need to start here. So I just want to cover this disclaimer, you are playing an early access build of Big Time. This game is a work in progress and you should expect to encounter unfinished, unpolished or downright broken content along the way. That said, Big Time is ever evolving and we greatly appreciate any feedback you can give. With your help, Big Time will continue to get better with each release. So please don't go and cry in the Discord that the game's broken. You've acknowledged that by clicking this button. Servers will be laggy, things will be broken, the game will crash, things won't work. It is early access, it is being built still. You have to acknowledge that. This is why people are given access codes to play the game right now, and you cannot play it without an access code because they want to limit the influx of people so they can continue testing, stress testing, scaling and fixing any bugs that come up, and the team are very active at doing that. Now they've recently turned on the economy, which is why there's new hype and new excitement around the game, but myself as a player that's been in this game for about 2 years now, I just want to give you some getting started tips and tricks. So let's go ahead and click acknowledge and come to the main screen. So the first thing you're going to want to do is select a gateway. You can choose a location based on where you are, and you want to choose that based on your ping, and then you'll choose a server. Now they've added new servers, but very high population tends to be laggy, some rubber banding, sometimes you might get kicked. High servers are okay, but you might want to shop about, see if you can find somewhere that's a medium or maybe even a high server. So we're going to go for Frankfurt, we're going to go for Foxtrot for this playthrough, and I'm going to click play. Something that a lot of teams do is they'll have multiple people in different servers, they'll try and find an ideal dungeon to enter, and then everyone will jump into that server. So server hopping is a thing. Alright, so when you start a game, you'll come here into Time's End. This is assuming you've completed the initial first time walkthrough, which is about a 30-minute introduction to the game, the beginner's guide. So once you've completed that, you'll then end up here at Time's End. And as you can see, I'm pretty much naked and I'm here, and this is Time's End. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk forward at this point, and I'm just going to introduce you to the UI so you understand what's going on. In the top left, we have our player progression and our basic player stats. Very top, we have our compass. Top right, we have our minimap and our currency. On the right, we have our quests. Bottom right, we have our chat. Bottom, we have our hotbar. And bottom left, we have our weapon selection and toggle. Alright, with that being said, we're going to move forward to this first chat bot. You can talk to any of these bots, these androids. You simply just click on them by pressing E, and they will talk to you. And again, early access, this will evolve, but this is a basic dialogue at the moment to give you some interaction. So, welcome to Watertown. This is where we currently are. Thank goodness you've arrived. You and your fellow Evermore students are the last hope. There are tears in the time tears spawning all over the continent. You need to find them through portals, venture inside, and then become more powerful. And that's all we have time for right now. There are other combots in the town that can give you more advice. Alright, so let's continue walking towards Watertown, and we're going to speak to this bot here and look at pocket watches. So there are two things to consider in this game when you start. One is your rank, your character rank, and the second is your character level. And your level is determined by the pocket watch that you have equipped. So pocket watches can be equipped. There's multiple different variations, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But looking at these images here, there's currently 4 classes. On full release there should be 6, there's 2 more. But we're going to stick to the basics now. So left to right. Left we have the green pocket watch. This is the quantum fixer, the support hero, the medic. And pretty much the MVP. This is the core carry of this game, is the medic. And pretty much required in any fight. So that is the class that you can choose if you want to go for the support hero. Next we have the Shadow Blade. This is the agility hero, the high DPS, setting traps, and being very elusive with dodge and being able to dash around and do things like that. So that's the agility hero. Third is going to be the Chronomancer. This is your ranged AoE hero, like your mage, if you like. Very spell heavy, mana intensive, ranged hero. And this is the Chronomancer. And then finally, you have your Time Warrior, the orange there you can see with the kind of the snakes and hammers on the icon there. This is your tank, your strength hero. I'm just going to jump in a fight and hope that my quantum fixer heals me before I die hero. And so that's your pocket watches. Now, you can change pocket watches, you can change classes, you can build them out. And we'll go through this in more detail. But yes, we basically exist across many timelines. And in each one, we have different skills and different abilities. So in a different timeline, you can be any number of classes. And the pocket watches allow for this. Alright, so the best pocket watches will be found in the hardest adventures. But vendors will also have them for purchasing. Okay, so just wait until you have 2 different pocket watches of the same class and change between them. So, also, inside the watches you can add cogs. So this whole game is based around time. So you have watches. Inside the watches you can have cogs, and these will be able to change the ability of those watches. Alright, so with that being said, let's go into the menu. I'm going to press tab. And in the top left here you'll see I have a pocket watch. This is a tier 2 common Shadow Blade pocket watch. And I've attached 2 gears to it that this gives me plus 19 dexterity, and also it gives me Shuriken Fan, and this one gives me plus 5 max energy, and also Shuriken Fan. I probably need to change this second one, but for the purpose of this video, they're just the same, all similar. But the reason I've done this is because even though these are 2 tier 2 rare, I wanted you to see that they have different stats. So just because they're rare and just because they're tier 2, they can still have completely different stats. Even though they're the same level, they do different things. And that is the same for your pocket watch. I could have 2 common tier 2 pocket watches that can have completely different starting stats. And that's the beauty of this game, is that you have to look at every pocket watch you pick it up and decide what you want to build. And that's the first thing you really need to do in this game, is kind of decide what role do you want to play. Do you want to be a tank? Do you want to be a support hero? Etc, etc. Once you've decided on that, you can add your pocket watch. And all of these different pocket watches you can add here as well. So I can add these as auxiliary timelines. This means that I can add them later. So we have a common Chronomancer here. We have a an epic tier 2 Shadow Blade. We have an uncommon tier 4 Chronomancer. And we have an epic tier 2 Time Warrior. And at any point now, because I've got these as auxiliary timelines, I can click on Change Timeline. Now here you'll see all of the statistics on my my character. And I'm just going to apply. So I'm going to apply this ring. I'm going to apply this this necklace. I'm going to apply a head, some shoulder pads, some arms, some legs, a top, a ring, a weapon, a belt, and a secondary weapon. So now you can see I've kitted out my character with these tier 3 items. Some of them are rare. This one is legendary. So is this one, and this one is mythical. So you can see that there. This has now completely changed the statistics of my hero. Alright, so you want to understand the statistics of your hero. Now, if I go and change my timeline, and I go to let's go to a level 1 Chronomancer, for example, you'll see if I go back to my inventory, all of my inventory is now empty, and all of my items and everything has reset, and I am now level 1. My XP is 2 of 525. My rank is still 28. And the reason your rank is important is because if I wanted to apply a tier 4, I need a rank of at least 30. Because I am only level 28, this is red and I cannot select it, I cannot change to it, I am not a high enough level to select this pocket watch. So your rank determines what level you can apply. For example, if I wanted to put on the tier 2, I would need to be a rank of at least, I believe, 10. If I wanted to apply a tier 3, I would need to be a rank of at least 20. And a tier 4, I would need to be a rank of at least 30. So yeah, tier 2 is 10, 20, 30, and then I think so on and so forth. So I've got my hero now, I've equipped my items, and as I go through the game, I'll be able to buy or loot more items that will come into my inventory. I can equip bags to add more inventory, and so that's going to allow me to change things. So now, for example, what I might want to do with this this character is I might want to apply some of the other opportunities that I have. For example, I might want to put the cogs on the hero and do things like that. So there are different things that we can do, and we can talk about later. And that's going to give me the opportunity to get extra skills and extra stats. And we'll talk about that as we play through the game a bit later on. But for now, this is the basics. This is everything you need to know, so we can just continue and we can start playing this game. Now, as well as being able to change your timelines, which we've talked about, these are the different timelines, we also have skill trees. So skill trees are where you're going to be able to change the skills of your pocket watch. Alright, so you can unlock these by going and finding people within the world, paying them a fee and unlocking these skill trees, and then you can start to unlock these various points to do different things based on your hero. So each individual pocket watch has its own skill tree, and different pocket watches, if the same class, can have different skill trees and different things unlocked. So that's basically your skill tree. You also have a passive tree, which is regardless of the pocket watch. This is connected to your rank. And so you can skill this up and it will always be available. And again, you can level this up and it takes time. But that's your passive tree. So pocket watches, you can those skill points, you level them up as you level up your pocket watch. And as you level them up, you can change. And the skill points, they don't carry over. So every pocket watch, you have to rebuild them from scratch. You've also got player stats, and you can upgrade these player stats. Certain watches, certain cogs, certain items will boost this, and then you can also add your stat points as well to be able to change this. So that's something else to consider. So you can see here I've got different things available to me based on what I'm doing here. Collection is basically going to be your NFTs. So if you do get any NFTs, this is where you would acquire them or you would add them. Hourglasses, which helps you earn money in the game, emotes, any of your cosmetics, and other things here. And you can see if I go to my item here and I click on head, I can see all of my head cosmetics. I can apply that, and what that basically means now is that I've changed the appearance of my character. So it doesn't matter what I actually have. If I equip this item, then regardless of what I put on, this is always going to be the item that shows up over the top of everything else. So you can get the idea of changing stuff over. If you've got different NFTs that you want to use, you've got the ability to do this. So again, we can change the way we look and feel, what we look like, what we're doing. We can get a different look and feel of this. So you can now see my character has changed as a result of me changing what I'm wearing. So what you want to do is you want to find an outfit that kind of fits you, that you like the look of and the feel of, that kind of makes your character feel good. And then you can buy complete sets, you can do anything you want, and after that, once you've done that, you're ready to go. So let me just grab myself a quick weapon. I'm going to do that right now in my right hand. And I think we're going to go for something nice and simple. We'll go for this nice dagger here. There we go. So now we've got this cool little dagger applied as well. So this is now my character. And this whole game is really built on cosmetics. Now, it's possible as you're playing, you may acquire an NFT for free. They do drop in the random world. They're very rare, but you might get some. Otherwise, you can buy them. And the NFTs are all player created. So players that are in the economy are building NFTs that people are buying as cosmetics to apply to their character. So that's how the two worlds combine. But you don't need to. So I'm going to ignore the rest of these bots. We're just going to head up here. I'm going to use my ability to go a bit quicker. And we're going to head up towards the starting area. If I press M, I can open up my minimap. I can press plus to zoom in. And I can press minus to zoom out. And now I can see all of the different things that I have available to me, the different icons here, and places I can go and things I can do. And this is one of the main places you're going to start in the game. You're going to come up here to this place which is called Watertown, and this is where all of the shops are. So as you kind of come up to this central circle here, which you'll kind of see, this central circle, all the way around here, there's these bots. So if I talk to this one, I can get starter gear.
I can help you with something.
This one is going to give me all of this starter gear so I can get myself a complete full set of whatever I want. and I can apply that if I don't have any items. It's all junk gear, it's not very good, but it's something to start with. Some items you get are encrypted and you'll need to decrypt them. So you'll come to this bot here. You'll be able to take your encrypted item, put it into here, pay some gold, and decrypt it to be able to see its stats. This one here is an artifact fragment trader. So throughout the game, you'll uncover artifacts, which are these here. You'll put these in here, and when you've got 10 of them, you'll trade them for an item. You might get an NFT, you might get an item. It varies. It can be multiple different things. Coming over here, the next bot that we have here, this is going to be your pocket watch gears. So if you want to buy any pocket watch gears or any items, people that dump stuff in here, it then becomes available. These are limited offers. These are always available. These are potions. So you can come along and spend gold, which is the free currency in the game. The free currency, and you can buy items in the game. Also moving along here, this is going to be your accessories. So same thing, but now we can look around and buy some accessories if we need to. And different things as well. And then moving around, we'll have weapons. So this will be your weapon bot, where you'll be able to... This is actually another accessories one, but again, different accessories. And then there's weapons as well. So that's everything that you need to know around the starting area. As we come down pretty much east, back towards the starting area, that's the starting area down there. You've got these two boards. This will give you your daily bounties, which are things you can do for experience and rewards. Your weekly bounties. So you can claim one of these, claim one of these, and then you'll see your daily quests. Alright, so once you've done that, and that part of the game is done, you need to go and start finding portals. And so that really revolves in you just exploring, finding these gates. I can see one directly in front of me, one has just spawned there. These are the kind of gates over here. So you walk up to a gate and it will tell you what it is. This is a level 12 to 15. Now you always want to be entering into a gate that is about plus or minus 5 levels of the top or bottom player in the party. This is up to 6 people. It's going to disappear in 1 second. I press E to enter it. I'm not going to enter it. And now the time's up. That's pretty much just going to disappear any second now. And then another one will appear somewhere else. And that's it. You're going to scour around. There you go. You're going to try and find these portals. You can interact with people along the way. These are shadow blades, and this is going to allow you to purchase these passive skills that we talked about. So you can talk to all of these, purchase passive skills, walk around, look at the map. It's a very, very large map. There's lots and lots of different areas, as you can see here. And so that's something that you can do. The other thing that you can do, as well as going into dungeons, clearing dungeons, getting loots, killing bosses, leveling up your character, is you can go into your metaverse. Press the O key, press left click, and you will spawn your metaverse. This is a personal metaverse. Anyone can come in here. There's 30 seconds to enter the portal when you spawn it. And this is your personal area. Now, everybody has this. Even a free-to-play player has this. You can come in here. It's got a little stash box, and it's got a little area where you can craft some accessories for your weapons. Now, you can decorate this. You can buy NFTs to put in here. You can even find things within the game that you can put in here. And then you can buy NFTs to create space, which then takes you into the paid version and the economy of the game, which again, I'm not going to go through in this video. That's another video. But that's the transition across when you go from the free to play to the pay to play. If you want to earn money in this game and be involved in the economy, you have to pay to do that. It is a paid game in that sense. So there's a free to play version, which we're playing now, which is just dungeon clearing and leveling up your character. And then there is a pay to play, which is the economy side of it, where you want to be able to invest and look at the economy and things like that. So here we can craft gems for our weapons. If I wanted to add a burning effect, I would need to have a ruby, a tin, and some time essence, which you can find in dungeons. And to craft tin, I would simply come to the bottom here, and then I can craft tin, and that requires 5 tin ore. So I would need to go around the map, find some tin ore, craft that, make this, and then I can craft that item. And so lots and lots of different things you can do here, from lifesteal to shock to freeze. You can do all of these different things. Then you click on slot and remove, put your weapon in here. As you level up your weapon by using it, level 5, 10, 15 and 20, you'll unlock these slots. So I can have up to 4 slots on my weapon. Alright, that's pretty much it for that. The other thing you've got here is your stash. So your stash is going to allow you to move things from your character into your stash. It's not very big, but you've got this, and you can move things around. And then you can leave. And if you have NFTs, then this door will be open, but only if you've purchased NFTs. And if you open the map, you'll be able to see all of your space, and you'll be able to like navigate around all of your utilities and things like that. But we're not going to go into that in this video. That is really for a different video, and we'll cover that later. But we're going to leave now. The whole purpose of this is just to show you your personal metaverse and how you can later on maybe have parties, invite friends over, have chats, team meetings, chill out, whatever you want to do. Okay, so going back into the game, we've talked so far about how to get started. Now what we need to do is consider what do we do and how do we level up and progress, skill builds, things to look out for, dungeons, and all of that good stuff. And so in order to do that, I'm going to cover it in a different video. This is really just the introduction of the game. So what we'll do is, ideally you'll find a party. You can do that in Discord, you can find a guild, or you can simply just come up to this middle area. If I walk up to this middle area here and I press P, I can open up the party here, and I can find anyone that's looking for a party. I can talk to them in the chat. I can add them. There will be a whole new party system, but at the moment it's pretty basic. But you can see these are real players. This is Ook. Ook is a rank 13, and he is playing a level 12 Chronomancer. This is Nipitang, who is a level 21 Time Lord with a rank of 21, who has NFTs attached. You can see right now they've got NFTs attached there, and yeah, different people, different things. I could put down my my metaverse again, and if I do that, players actually can go and enter my metaverse. Now, most people won't. People won't go in there. Some people will. Most people won't. That person did. So some people will just randomly go into your metaverse. That can happen. That person's going to now be going around and having a look around, and that's absolutely fine. They can't do anything in there. They're not going to be able to steal anything or damage it or do any damage or anything like that. They can't get into the box. But they can have a look around, and then that's something you can do. So that's it for this video. That's everything that I wanted to cover. Don't worry, they can leave at any point they want to. They can come out. But yeah, that's it. That's the introduction to the game. So the purpose and the outcome of the game is to progress through the dungeons. You really want to be playing in a group of people. It's a social game. It's really built for playing in groups as opposed to individuals. And so what you want to do is you want to consider how you're going to play the game, who you're going to play the game with, and how you're going to progress. You'll struggle if you play solo in this game. You can do it, it's just very difficult. You'll probably want to find people to play with. So go into the low level dungeons, clear them, level up, find different items, level up your character, and that's basically the outcome of the game here, is to build up your skill tree, to build up your time watches, to have different time watches, play about with that. Find these legendary and mythic items and unique items, attach them, and then enjoy the game, progress, get over to the Ice Palace, level up to, you know, there's going to be like, we know there's going to be 10 tiers. We know at the moment there's going to be up to like level 100. So there's a lot that you can do. And then at a point in the future, if you decide you want to go into the economy side of the game, you can do that. And I'm just going to end on one note. There is a way, if you want, that you can get into the economy as a free-to-play player. And we talked about that briefly. If I look at currencies, I'm going to briefly touch on this now. Gold is the free currency in the game. It's like any game that has gold. It's a free currency, and you will basically use this to be able to buy and sell items, fast travel, do those things. The next currency is the premium currency. Now, this is time crystals. Time crystals is a premium currency. You have to purchase it from BIGTIME. And if you buy it, it is $5 for 500 crystals. That means each one crystal is worth 1 cent. If you go into the game and you play the game, you will find time crystals. You will find time crystals. So you'll be able to find those. Now, they're not NFTs. You can't buy and sell them, but you can use them in the game. So you can go and acquire these. You can stack these up and you can use them in the game. But if you want to buy them, imagine playing a game where you have a timer. That timer has like 6 hours on it and you want it to go quicker. Then you can invest time crystals to make that go quicker. Time crystals are also used in the economy to be able to craft and to build and to do things. And I mentioned before that it is a pay-to-earn economy, and that is because to be able to build anything or do anything in the economy to earn money, you have to buy time crystals first. So you have to pay the game to get this premium currency to then be able to earn money in the game. which is very, very different to many play-to-earn games in the Web3 space. But coming away from that, that's the connection between the two. BIGTIME tokens is the cryptocurrency asset. You'll see this trading. There'll be a lot of hype and talk about token go up, token go down, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to go into that, but that is the cryptocurrency asset. And to earn that in the game, you need to go into prestige portals, which you have to pay time crystals, or you have to have NFTs to enter, etc., etc. In standard dungeons, you can earn basic raw blushfire and raw terracore. These raw ingredients you can earn as a free player, and these are NFTs, and you can sell them. If you stack these up into a big enough portion, you can sell these. You can go to the shop. This is where you can buy your time crystals and your other things, but you would actually be able to go to the marketplace and you can sell those to players who want to craft. If I wanted to craft weapons, for example, I would need blushfire to be able to forge weapons, and a lot of it. If I wanted to craft armor, I would need terracore, and so I would need to infuse my terracore or my blushfire, and I would do that through NFTs that I purchased, workshops. Now, in order to power up those workshops, I need the raw materials. So as a free player, you can actually farm this and sell it to paying players who will pay for it because they don't want to farm it because it takes too long and it's not very valuable. But it is a brilliant crossover from the Web 2 free-to-play game into the Web 3 economy. So just consider that and bear that in mind, that you might want to look into that. So that is how you will progress as a player. You've got your skill trees that we mentioned, you've got your timelines, your pocket watches, and that is the free-to-play game. It is a dungeon clearing game. There is a story about it. I'm not going to ruin it for you. It does involve a futuristic Ben Franklin, and so you'll be able to enjoy that game, play that, and hopefully I will see you in Time's End at some point. Take care for now. Thanks for watching.